Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 360 Comics. Joe here, and this week I received a couple of AOKs from members of the comic book community, some gifts to the channel, and today I'm going to open them for you and show you what I got. You guys know the drill by now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up for a like, and leave a comment down below. We've also got two giveaways going right now. One right here on YouTube for a copy of Alpha Flight number 1 for our 1,200 subscriber giveaway. And guess what? We're only about 10 subscribers away, so that is going to pop off really soon. You don't want to miss out. Also, over on Instagram, we're doing a 6,000 follower giveaway for a copy of Warlock number 12, The Origin of Pip the Troll. Head over there and see how you can enter. Let me tell you, when I receive a gift like this from a member of the comic book community, it gets me so stoked. More so than even just getting some new books. I just feel like all the effort and the hours and the research that I put into making these videos and posting on Instagram, it just all seems worth it when someone shows their appreciation like this. So big thanks to these two guys, as well as anyone who sent anything in to the channel before, an AOK act of kindness or a gift, and just anyone who supported the channel in general. I really appreciate it, and you know, I love passing on that comic karma and giving some gifts back out to the community through the giveaways, so make sure you enter those. Without further ado though, let's get into what I got. The first package that we're going to go through today was sent to me by Max from Florida. You can check him out on Instagram at monstermax_8. I'll put that right down there for you. And he actually messaged me and said, "Hey, I was watching one of your recent videos and I saw you talking about completing your Daredevil run. Something that I've talked a lot about recently, especially since I got that Daredevil 1, the hardest book in the run to get. Now the rest just seemed like a breeze, so I really want to complete that." He let me know that he had a bunch of books from the early 100s, which is kind of early Bronze Age stuff. He said it was lower grade and he was just looking to move it. So I asked, kind of what he wanted, and he was actually looking for some trades. I unfortunately did not have anything he wanted, but he said, "You know what? I just want to move these. You can just have them. I'm going to send them to you for free," which was awesome of him. Let's check those books out right now. We've got Daredevil number 112. And this one is missing the Marvel value stamp, as it says here. So this is a really low grade copy, but this is actually a book that I did not yet have in my personal collection. So I'm stoked to have it. It's not a key issue or anything, but it's, just one of the books that I did not have from the early part of this run, or rather the early hundreds part of this run. Next up is number 120. This actually is a key. It's the first El Jaguar. And really great cover appearance and first appearance and awesome stuff here. We still got a little team up going on with Black Widow at this point, although her name is no longer in the title. I believe that started at like 90, I think, and went pretty far actually, like into the early hundreds, but her name was eventually taken out of the title. Just went back to being solo Daredevil. But yeah, a great key issue right here. And then we have number 122, just 2 issues later. Not a key, but definitely an awesome cover. I personally love Bronze Age covers, whether they have the banner or some of them have the full border around it. I really like that style. Some people don't, and I totally get that, but that's something I'm into. Next, we got Daredevil 124. This is the first appearance of Copperhead. Now, I might have this book already. I think I do. I think I bought it a couple months ago, but all my stuff is packed up right now because I'm moving pretty soon, so a lot of my personal collection is packed away or being stored somewhere else. But yeah, so I'll have to figure out once I move if I do have 2 of these, and if I do, I'm probably going to give one away in a giveaway. Pass that comic karma on to the rest of the community. Yeah, so anyway, the next book, we got 126 right here, and this is the first appearance of the second Torpedo, not the original one, but the second Torpedo. And it also says first appearance of Heather Glenn. I did not know that. I don't think that's listed on Key Collector. But nonetheless, great Daredevil book from the Bronze Age. These are all during the era where they were 25 cents a book. Next, we got 130, and I love this cover. I know I have this book already because I bought it, because the cover is so awesome. Black background, giant skeleton. What more could you ask for? Daredevil right on the cover, struggling, and really, really awesome. Oh, and this is the first Brother Zero, it says. Again, I don't think that's listed on Key Collector, so I'm going to have to look into it. Some of the books I found a lot recently, probably about a dozen over the past few weeks that aren't listed on Key Collector. Maybe I'll compile an email and send it to them. I don't know if they check that sort of thing. But anyway, the last book that Max sent me is number 133. Now, this was right after the Bullseye introduction to Bullseye. We had his first appearance in 131, and that storyline carried over to 132. This is number 133, the very next book. I don't think... Oh, actually, this is a key. This is, and it's not listed up here, but I remember this one. First appearance of Brainwave? Is that his name? Mindwave. Mindwave. It says so on the cover. First appearance of Mindwave. Yeah. Great. I love this cover. I love when they do this on the cover. They kind of show an action shot, so that they show the character in like multiple positions along the way as they're moving. There was a recent Nightwing cover with very similar art, so definitely check that out if you get a chance. And there's plenty of books throughout the years of all different characters. I can think of a Spider-Man one and a Captain America one off the top of my head. Anyway, that is awesome. Thank you, Max. Everybody go follow Max on Instagram. Check his page out. And yeah, this was much appreciated. Like I said, a bunch of these I don't have, and they're going to go right into my personal collection, filling out that Daredevil run. And the rest that I already have duplicates of, I'll be passing those on in future giveaways, and maybe a throw-in on a claim sale purchase or something like that. But they'll be going back out to the community, some positive comic karma. Let's look on to the next group of books that came from a different member. This other bundle of books came to me from Forget About It Collectibles down in North Carolina. He's got a great Instagram page. You need to follow that so you can see all the books that he's selling. He's got raw books, slabs, cheap books, high-end stuff, key issues, fillers, everything in between. He had an awesome claim sale the other night, by the way, with Frozen Collectibles, who he's collaborating on with mystery boxes. They've got a grand prize of an ASM 194, first appearance of Black Cat. You don't want to miss out on that. But let's talk about these books. He gave me 4 books, and they're all awesome. All runs that I love to collect, and not just that, but one of the books, which I'll save for last, is one that I've been thinking about picking up for a long time. I've been looking for a copy, and now I finally got one in my hands, definitely staying in the personal collection. First up, we've got Amazing Spider-Man 378. This is one of the books in the Maximum Carnage run, and it definitely has a really awesome cover featuring Carnage, Spidey, and Venom. It's kind of reminiscent of the cover from Venom's second appearance in 362. A little bit like that, and also with given Spider-Man's like head thing, it's kind of like 363 as well. So really great cover, part of the Maximum Carnage run. Definitely a great Spidey book to pick up. And yeah, this one will probably stay in my personal collection because I don't think I have a copy yet. Same with this next book here. We've got Daredevil 125. This one is the second appearance of Copperhead. Not too big of a deal, just a minor key. But again, this is a book that I did not have for my Daredevil run, so I'm stoked to be adding it to that. Again, it's got that border up at the top, that Bronze Age signature border. Love to see it. Really, really bold colors with the yellow background and the red lettering. I love that. It kind of reminiscent of Daredevil's original costume. Great stuff. Next up, we got the Uncanny X-Men 283. This is a book I've got a bunch of copies of already because I have heavily speculated on this character coming to the MCU. We've got the first full appearance of Bishop. Now, be careful with this because the issue before, 282, is the first cameo of Bishop, but he's also on the cover. And not only is he on the cover, he's like the main focus of the cover. So a lot of people will gravitate to that book, even though it's a cameo, instead of this book, making that book more valuable. This one, I still think it's a good buy. I think it's a good get. I think it's kind of underrated and undervalued. 282 will probably always be more valuable, but this one definitely is on its tail. And when one goes up, the other definitely follows as well. Great cover too with Storm. Maybe not as good as the cover before, but hey, it is what it is. I'm waiting on this character to make his way to the MCU. I don't know about you guys. I've seen Method Man tweeting about playing this character. Fingers crossed on that. I think that'd be pretty cool. But either way, we will likely see the character eventually. Now, the last book sent to me by the great Forget About It Collectibles. This one was one that I've been looking for a while. I've got her first appearance. I've got a lot of other books in this run, and I'll talk about that in just a second, but I did not have this book. The first book of her solo run, we've got Spider-Woman #1. Awesome. Now, this is the first iteration of Spider-Woman. This is Jessica Drew, not Julia Carpenter, who's recently, her first appearance has spiked a little bit recently, but this is Jessica Drew. Great cover appearance, or rather, not appearance really, but just great cover in general. First book of her solo run from back in the Bronze Age. It also tells her origin story, and I believe she had a new costume in this book as opposed to where she first appeared in, what was that, Marvel Spotlight 32. That's her first appearance, which I do have a copy of already. Now, the reason why this run is one that I'm kind of focusing on right now is it's really not too hard to get the entire run because a couple reasons. One, it's only 50 issues. So there's not that many books you need to pick up to have the complete run. 1 through 50. And the other great thing about it is there's not a lot of keys in there. There's, obviously the first book of the run. And then there's like a bondage cover and some other like cool covers. There's a negative space cover. And there's a one with Universal Studios Monsters. It's kind of like a picture cover. And her first meetup with Spider-Man. Those are really the only more expensive books. And still, none of them are, over the $50 mark, really. They're all affordable books. Most of the other books can be had for $5 or less. So it's a really affordable run, especially for a Bronze Age run to pick up. And you get 1 through 50 and you can read the whole thing if that's something that interests you. But yeah, it's a great run to pick up. I actually was planning on doing a video soon about shorter runs, runs that like this, that you can collect pretty easily because they're both affordable and they're short. They're not too extensive because, you've got other runs that have hundreds of issues. Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man with over 800 books. That's pretty unobtainable for most people, but maybe a 50-book run, that's a lot more manageable, especially when most of the books are of lower value. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to give another thank you to these two members of the community. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys for watching the video and giving all your support. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up for the like, leave a comment down below, make sure you enter our giveaways and all that stuff. And until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.